Hello, Princess, and welcome, members of the court. Today's lunchtime burger adventure starts at Mast Grill here on deck 14 of the classic Celebrity Silhouette. Gotta come here for the burger and then head all the way over to the buffet for everything else. So that's what we're gonna do. There's no line. I guess I picked the right time. Did not mean to rhyme that. This sign could use a little bit of love, though. This is what we have to work with. Yes, I got a hot dog as well. Big plans. Now I just gotta make it all the way to the Oceanview Cafe, all the way at the other end of the ship. Well, not really. The grill is midships. Glad I waited till today. The plan is basically for a gyro burger. Yes, I know. They have both chicken and lamb, as well as a South Asian hot dog. All right, here we go. Here we are in the Oceanview Cafe. Yes, Oceanview Cafe for round 2 of our classic Celebrity Silhouette Burger Challenge. And like I said, I think I made the right call by waiting. And this is what we have real quick. This is basically a gyro burger. Yes, no, a Euro burger. I get it. There's, there's lamb, cucumber, tomato, red onion. Very good. And that is some tzatziki and feta cheese on the burger. And for our South Asian dog, there is some of the sauce, like chili, from the lamb rogan with it's a cucumber, onion, and something salad with a little bit of the mango chutney, and there's something else on there. Oh, raita. Anyway, I did get a little bit of hummus to go with it, and there was no fried vegetables. That's what I was looking for as a fry replacement, but I think we're good. All right, well, I don't know which we start with first. Let's see if we can get that squared away. And, no, this takes a long time. I will not deduct for temperature. I know that. We all know that. So I guess, let's just get started with the burger. Oh, boy. And, well, let's see. Since I'm chef, I can put anything I want on it, right? Okay. But let's just start with this. Already off to a fantastic start. The bun is like perfect. It has not been sitting out. It's still soft. Very, well, no, actually, no, it's not toasted. That might be the secret. Or it's outside. There you go. That's it. It's not under lights. So good on them. The patty is fairly stock fare. It is a buffet, but it's good. And like I was mentioning yesterday about the texture, just a little bit of crunchiness from the cucumber adds so much more to it. A lot of it's falling out though because my stacking technique apparently isn't that great. You know what? I didn't spend too much time thinking about the order, which is very important. There's been some commentators who've been talking about the not the Krusty Burger, the burger from SpongeBob, going to this whole discussion about, well, oh no, the order of the emojis. That's what it was. Either way, how there's got to be one correct one. What none of them realized was the separation of the layers is so important. I haven't watched them all, but you know. At Mast Grill, they also have an option for another celebrity burger. They didn't ask what it was, but maybe next time. But so far, this is turning out. You know what? It is the deal of a better deal. I think this is almost as good as what I had yesterday. Was it yesterday? And it's complimentary, meaning save yourself $40 and come and make your own burger. I mean, if they're both going to fall apart, at least you can take responsibility for your own disaster. Of course, we're going to talk about something super important today. Actually, a lot of things. Got a few things. Let's just chat a little bit. One of them, oh boy, this hasn't been coming up lately, thank God. And it's universal health care. Yeah. Well, you know what? Like universal basic income, there is a way that universal health care can actually work. I know. Relax. Okay. I haven't taken the black pill or anything like that. The thing is, the lefties aren't going to like it. They're really, really not going to like it, because for universal healthcare to work, the one provision that has to be an absolute non-negotiable is it will not cover preventable conditions. That's it. People got to take responsibility for themselves. And in fact, a lot of what we spend on healthcare is for things that should be treated in other ways. I hate to say it, but a lot of illnesses and conditions are the result of, let's just say, poor eating habits. And the correct way to resolve that is to eat better, move more, that kind of thing. And yes, it is not lost on me that I'm saying this while I get it, but I balance it out. Now, I might make some more complete videos in the future about these topics. I'm just kind of like, I don't know, talking out loud. Obviously, I'm talking out loud. You can hear me. Basically, thinking out loud to sort of flesh things. And another thing that I have been forced to think about lately is there has to be some sort of biological beauty standard. Because when I look at certain things that are attractive and certain things that are not attractive, it can't be... there has to be something innate, something that's even deeper than our sexual expression. And I really started thinking about this back on, I was on Disney Dream almost a year ago. One of the cruise director staff, she decided to be natural. And it's very off-putting. And the reason I think there has to be something biological behind that is I have no horse in that race, right? I have no dog in the race. I don't care. I have no reason to care, but it was still very off-putting even to me. So I don't know. It can't just be a social construct. Like, beauty can't be just a social construct. So I don't know if anybody has any ideas on why that is, or share your stories. What do you find attractive that doesn't really, or unattractive, that doesn't really matter to you or shouldn't matter to you? That might help take this a little bit further. And yes, the more I eat, the more stressed about the lack of hand wash stations I get. So calm down, it's fine. It's an easily solvable situation. Well, next up, our little South Asian hot dog creation. And yes, the worldly and sophisticated members of the court know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh boy, okay, yeah, it's been soaking. This is gonna be tough. My own masterpiece. Oh, it's good. It's a shell from the chutney. It's perfectly normal. And I guess for something completely different, I mentioned on the way here that I don't like to drive anymore. I like going for a drive, but just driving is... I'm really glad I don't have to drive to an office or anything, because I wouldn't do it. I really wouldn't do it. I know I mentioned before, I had to work in California. I know this was way back when it was normal, and it would take me more time to drive from the Palace to downtown Miami to go to the corporate office when I wasn't traveling than it would for me to fly to California and just drive basically a block or two from the hotel to the office every day. So yes, it was more time efficient for me to commute to the west coast of the country versus drive to downtown Miami. And yeah, that's kind of stuck with me, and it kind of caught me thinking. I mentioned the road engineers, they're all either incompetent or corrupt, because the solution is always more roads, more roads, more roads. The problem with that is, yes, an induced demand is a real thing. But looking at it from the other perspective, more roads means employers don't really have to consider where their employee base is, their local employee base. They can just put the factory out in, well, not the factory, the office out in the middle of nowhere, and just expect everyone to drive there because there's plenty of roads. That actually happened to me a few years ago. This company, they put their office literally in the middle of nowhere because it was cheap for them, but inconvenient for everybody else. And it was just, I don't know, it was kind of a boneheaded move. Everybody hated it, but the fact that the office was accessible or connected to a number of major arteries justified their decision in a weird way. So let's just say too many roads are a problem because the employers don't really have to pay any attention to how much their employees have to commute. Oh, we're gonna finish this hot dog. This apparently wasn't that much. I'm not very full, and well, I mean this. There's cake. Oh, there's a lot of cake. And that's it. Yes, it was so much I had to eat it all. Excellent. Oh my God. So, final verdict. Well, I win, and the texture was probably the biggest factor. Very easy problem for them to solve upstairs. Just change it up a little bit. Still think the crispy onions would be a better option than the sauteed onions because, yeah, just work on the texture and yeah. Anyway, but this was fantastic, absolutely fantastic, and complimentary, so that is pretty hard to beat. Apparently, there is a hand wash station at the entrance. I don't know how I have walked past it at least a dozen times and not noticed it, so let's go see if I can find it. I don't want to ask again because that's, well, it's not really embarrassing. It should be there. Right, no hand wash stations, just the well-placed bathrooms. And just for clarity, the patty upstairs was a lot better, but for a good burger, the patty itself is very often not the most important part. Dessert this afternoon is a dulce de leche chocolate cake and a vanilla cake. I'm surprised they're letting the guests serve themselves. It is creating quite a mess, kind of bad show. That was disappointing. The formula for both, actually the formula for all four parts is exactly the same, except apparently for cocoa and maybe some coloring. Yeah, it's the exact same cake formula, and they're both just whipped buttercream with some extra flavor. All right, not the greatest way to end our buffet burger adventure today, but you know what? I'm not gonna let that get me down because the burger and the hot dog were amazing. So if you are aboard the classic Celebrity Silhouette anytime in the future, yeah, do that. I mean, if you want to go to the Long Club for a sort of sophisticated lunch, give it a try. But this, well, I did better, and it's included, so that is always a winner. And well, you know what? I'm gonna walk away. I'm going to leave the cake, and because that is the only disappointment so far today, I can still be very thankful for my problems.